Hello everyone, this is Wes James, and I'm here to bring you Music Video Effects Volume 2. Thanks to the great response that I got from the first volume, I decided it was time to unveil another volume. Today, I'll show you how to do 7 music video effects inside of Final Cut Pro. Here's a preview of what we'll be learning how to do today. Before we begin, here's a list of a few items you may need to create these effects. Motion graphic stock footage from either movietools.info, Digital Juice, freevideobacks.com, or Artbeats, the Coremelt Complete Set, FxFactory Pro and Luca FX, Photoshop, or any image editing program. Also, for the sake of time, I'll ramp up the process in certain sections, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment or message me. Let's take a look at our first effect, the Hype Williams effect, version 2. As you remember from the first volume, I showed you how to do the Hype Williams widescreen effect using the same clip twice and applying a widescreen matte and a colorize filter. In this version, we're going to take this effect a few steps further. Drag a clip into your timeline. Double-click to bring it into the viewer, go to your Motion tab, and bring the scale down from 100 to 52%. Reposition it on the left side of the screen. Select your clip and create a duplicate by holding Option-Shift and dragging up. Reposition a duplicate to the right side of the screen. Select both clips, go to your Effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Matte, select Widescreen, and apply it to both clips. Leave the parameters at their default values. With both clips still selected, move them a track above. Go to your project browser and drag in some motion graphic stock footage onto track 1. Select both video clips and move them 2 tracks above. Go to the viewer and click on the Generators tab. Scroll down to Matte and select Color Solid. Superimpose the color solid onto track 2. Select it in the timeline and create a duplicate by holding Option-Shift and dragging up. Change the colors of the solids to taste. Activate the crop tool and crop the top and bottom of each solid until one touches the bottom of the clips and the other touches the top. Double-click the bottom color solid to bring it into the viewer. Go to the Motion tab, and let's set some keyframes for the left crop parameter. Move the playhead 10 frames from the endpoint, and set a keyframe for the left crop parameter. Move the playhead another 10 frames, and change the value from 0 to 15. Move the playhead another 10 frames, and change the value back to 0. We're going to repeat this pattern to the end of the clip, but change the value after 0 to +5 to add more variation. Also, repeat these steps in the top color solid, but instead of the left crop parameter, put the identical values for the right crop parameter. Once you've done that, select one of the clips and press X to set an in and out point. Press Shift / to play the selection, and check out this cooler Hype Williams effect. With this effect, we were able to show the same clip twice, have a motion graphic stock footage clip in the background, and color solids moving back and forth. For this effect, you don't have to use the same clip twice, so feel free to use as many clips as possible to achieve this. Let's move on to our next effect, the blink filter. This effect is used often in hip-hop and pop videos to show 2 clips back and forth in rapid movement to the beat. To achieve this, all you need is 2 clips, a song with a rapid percussion beat, and FCP's native blink filter. Drag 2 clips into your timeline with a clip on tracks 1 and 2. Drag the music track into your timeline and make sure its length matches the duration of your clips. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Video, select Blink, and apply it to the clip on track 2. Double-click to bring the clip into the viewer and go to the Filters tab. Move the playhead 15 frames from the clip's endpoint. Move the filter's endpoint to the playhead's new position. Go to the out point of the clip. Move the playhead 15 frames back from the clip's out point. Position your mouse on the filter's out point and move it to the playhead's new position. Now, the filter only occurs during that duration of time. Manipulating the on and off duration parameters depends on the song you are using. For this example, I'm using a song that has a really rapid drum beat. So I'm going to set the on duration to 3 and the off duration to 4. Select the top clip in the timeline and press X to set an in and out. Press Shift / to play the selection. During the rapid percussion beat, we see the clips appear in rapid succession of each other based on the settings of the blink filter. Next time you have to do a hip-hop video that has a rapid percussion beat and you want to see 2 or more clips in rapid succession, use the blink filter. You can show more than just 2 clips if you cut the clip on track 1 and insert other clips on the same track. Let's move on to our next effect, the Strobe Filter. Have you ever wanted to get a stuttered playback effect without using time remapping or compressor to achieve it? Using FCP's native Strobe Filter, we're going to achieve that right now. Drag a clip in the timeline that you want to use. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Time, and select Strobe and apply it to your clip. Double-click to bring the clip into the viewer and go to your Filters tab. Bring the strobe rate to between 8 and 12. Let's render to see what we got. With the clip selected in the timeline, press X to set an in and out. Press Shift / to play the selection. We have a stuttered playback effect on our clip without the need for third-party plugins or compressor. This effect can be used to emulate stop animation motion if you bring the strobe rate to 1. This filter has a lot of potential, so try it out when you get a chance. Let's move on to our next effect, Cutout Ghost. This effect works by exporting a still frame from Final Cut Pro, cutting out the subject in Photoshop, bringing it back into Final Cut Pro, and animating it in a way that makes it appear as if the subject had a ghost leave their body. I'm going to illustrate what I mean right now. Drag the clip you want to use into your timeline. Find a moment in your footage where the subject is standing still. Set an in and out point for 1 frame. Go to File, Export, using QuickTime Conversion. Change the format from QuickTime Movie to Still Image. Go to your Options tab, change the format to either PNG, TIFF, or PICT, and hit OK, and save it. Once you've done that, go over to Photoshop. In Photoshop, use any masking tools available, like I've done here. After you've cut out your subject, save them as a PSD file. Once you've done that, import it back into Final Cut Pro as a PSD. It will show up as a sequence in Final Cut Pro. Double-click to open the PSD sequence. Once you've opened the PSD sequence, select the cutout, which should be on track 2, and hit the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+S to solo it. Drag the PSD sequence into the viewer. Change its duration to 20 frames. Drag it on top of the original clip at the endpoint we set earlier. Option double click to open the PSD sequence in the viewer. Go to the Motion tab. At the PSD sequence endpoint, set a keyframe for scale with a value of 100. Move the playhead somewhere between 13 to 14 frames, and change the value of the scale somewhere between 450 to 500. Go to your opacity parameter and drop the opacity from 100% to 60. In your timeline, select the L point of your PSD sequence. Hit Command-T to add a cross dissolve. Select the cross dissolve sequence and hit the keyboard shortcut Control-D to activate the change duration menu. Change the duration from somewhere to 12 to 13 frames. Select the original clip and hit the keyboard shortcut X to set an in and out point at the same time. Press Shift / to see the final result. At the moment our subject stands still, it looks as if a ghost is moving from his body. This effect is cool to use when you have an object or person standing still in a shot and you need to make it more interesting or stand out. Let's move on to our next effect, Soft Edges Compositing. For this effect, we're going to use blend modes, motion graphics stock footage, and Final Cut Pro's Soft Edges filter. If you've ever wanted to blend multiple shots together into one composite, Soft Edges is your friend. Place a motion graphics stock footage clip onto track 1. Place a video clip onto track 2. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Matte, select Soft Edges, and apply it to the clip on track 2. Double click to bring the clip into the viewer. Go to your Filters tab. Change the Soft Edges parameters until you feather the edges on each side. Go to your Motion tab and bring the scale down from 100 to 50%. Position the clip at the bottom of the screen. Go to your project browser and drag another clip onto track 3. Right-click the clip on track 2 and hit select Copy. Select the clip on track 3 and hit the keyboard shortcut Option-V to paste attributes. Select Basic Motion and Filters and hit OK. Position this clip at the top of the screen. Drag another clip onto track 4. Select this clip and hit the keyboard shortcut Option-V to paste attributes. Select Basic Motion, Filters, and hit OK. Make adjustments to the Soft Edges parameter if you have to. Position this clip to the left side of the screen. Drag another clip onto track 5. Select the clip and hit the keyboard shortcut Option-V to paste attributes. Select Basic Motion, Filters, and hit OK. Position it on the right side of the screen. Adjust the Soft Edges parameters if you have to. Select all 4 video clips. Change the composite mode to either Screen or Add. Let's render to see what we got. Select one of the video clips and press X. Press Shift / to play the selection. Looking at the composite, it looks like the clips and the motion graphics stock footage clips are one and the same. This composite could be taken much further, but the point is that with the Soft Edges filter, you don't have to settle for sharp edges when you want to blend images together. Use this filter next time you're compositing and you won't be disappointed. Let's move on to our next effect, the All the Lights Blinking effect. If you've seen the Kanye West music video, you may remember before the title sequence began, the color of the video would change in a blinking fashion. We're going to try to achieve that here with the Blink filter and Luca Visual FX Light Pulse filter. Drag a clip onto track 1. With the video clip on track 1, create a duplicate by holding Option-Shift and dragging up. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Video, select Blink, and apply it to the clip on track 2. Double click to open the clip into the viewer. Change the on duration to 3 and the off duration to 4. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to Luca FX if you've installed it. Select Light Pulse and apply it to the clip on track 2. Let's change a few parameters here. Change the light intensity to 0.9, the period to 1.5, change the light color and image tint color to taste. Let's render to see what we got. Select the clip on track 2 and press X to set an in and out. Press Shift / to play the selection. As you can see, the blink filter and the light pulse filter work together to emulate the blinking color effect from the Kanye West music video. You can take this effect further by keyframing the light color and image color. Hopefully, this effect doesn't cause any seizures when you use it in your next video. Let's move on to our final effect, Coremelt and Noise Industry Compositing. For this effect, I'm going to combine filters and generators from FxFactory Pro and Coremelt Complete and motion graphic stock footage to create a cool composite. Go to your viewer and click on the Generators tab. Go to C2, VU, EQ, and VU Animations and select EQ Simple 3D. Change its duration to about 6 seconds. Place the generator on track 3. Double click to bring the generator into the viewer and then go to the Controls tab. For the Choose file, select a song in your music library which has a powerful beat so that the bars will rise quite a bit. I'm going to use All the Lights by Kanye West & Co. I'm going to select the song right now, but I'll be back in just a sec. After you chose your song, let's go to the 3D Transform parameter. Change the position Y from -0.1 to -0.2. Change the position Z from 1 to 1.4. Change the X rotation to -380. And then change the Y and Z rotation to 0. Change the color bars to taste. Place a video clip on track 2. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to FxFactory Pro Stylize, and select Neon Edges and apply it to the video clip. Double click to bring the clip into the viewer. Go to your Filters tab. Let's change a few parameters. Change the edge detection from 1.5 to 0.5, the radius to 2, the strength to 3, and the saturation to 1. Make sure the Use Image Colors checkbox is checked. Twirl down the mask parameter. Change the mask shape from none to bar. Change the mask scale from 1 to 1.04. Scroll down. Bring the mix from 100 to 45. Go to your effects browser, Video Filters, scroll down to FxFactory Pro Glow, select Light Ray Edges, and apply it to your video clip. Go to your Filters tab in your viewer with the clip still in there. Let's change a few parameters. Change the opacity from 1 to 0.4. And change the colors to taste, or leave at default. Bring a motion graphic stock footage clip onto track 1. Try to choose one that's very busy and make sure it matches the length of your generator and your video clip. Change the composite mode of the video clip in the generator to screen. Bring the opacity of the motion graphic stock footage clip down to about 60%. Let's render to see what we got. Select the generator or the video clip and press X to set an in and out. Press Shift / to play the selection. As you can see, we created an interesting composite with our dancer clip. We have 3D VU meter bars moving to the beat of our chosen song. Our dancer is highlighted with interesting glow effects, and we used a busy motion graphic stock footage clip to add to the ambiance. Most of the compositing I do involves blending many graphical elements together with my footage to create unique looks. This Coremelt generator is a free plugin that you can add to your collection, and it is something I would recommend to DJs who need to make equalizer videos. Like I've said in previous tutorials, you can download a free trial of FxFactory Pro from the Noise Industry website and witness the creative possibilities. Well, that's it for this volume of Music Video Effects. I hope everyone who watches this was able to get some ideas for their next videos. Message me or video response this video if you were able to use any effect here to enhance your videos. Also, I have some news. This will be my last Final Cut Pro tutorial for now. With Final Cut Pro X coming out next month, I want to get a good handle on that so I can show you guys cool effects in there. However, just because this is my last Final Cut Pro 7 tutorial doesn't mean that I'm done making tutorials in the meantime. I will now be showing you how to do cool effects in Premiere Pro CS5. Check out this intro for my next series of tutorials. If you've read my profile, you'll know that I use the Adobe Suite and Final Cut Studio together to create my videos. Hopefully by showing Premiere Pro and possibly After Effects tutorials, I can reach people who may or may not use a Mac. Until then, stay creative.